It's hurling time. Welcome to the Kiva Sports Center in Middleton, Wisconsin. You are looking live down on the Michael J. Stotts Field where the players play. Today we have a cracking matchup between Team Red and Team Green. I'm Bill Jones, and with me is David Dodge in the broadcast booth. Here are your current standings. Team Blue is atop the leaderboard with 3 wins and 1 loss. Gray is 3-2, Green 1-2, Red 0-2. Here are your Team Red rosters: Paul Anderson, Ben Bars, Joel Bodilli, Matt Daly, Derek Hayes, Connor Jones, John Kenny, Jake Martell, Mike Naprella, and Mike Stapleton. Dave, I'll hand it over to you for the Green roster.
All right, for Green, we got Eli Berg, Fergal Crowley, Brian Dowling, Connor Drelishak, Phil Foyts, Kevin Hobbins. Will Jackson is subbing for Marcus Kennedy today. Alan Morris, Mark Smith, and Craig Wagner.
Dave, we've got a minute or two before we start the game here. What do you see as the major matchups that are going to decide the outcome of this game?
I'll tell you what, that Daly had some pretty smooth goals last week, and you always got to watch out for Alan Morris up front. Back in the backs for Green, we got Phil Foyt's going to get in the mix there and take the ball away from people. And you never know what Red's going to throw at you. You got Derek and you got Ben back there as well.
Yeah, Dave, you know what I'm looking at right now are two well-balanced teams. They really focused on the captains during the draft really focused on spreading the talent from back to front. There was no overload on one particular line, and I think we're in for a real entertaining game without really any let up by either side. So right now, let's talk a little bit about where the teams stand and what's on the line right here. As I see it here, Red's looking for their first win and could be in some trouble if they lose one more. I don't know that you can win the league with 3 losses. Would you agree?
It's going to be tough to do. It's tough to do.
Also, we've got Blue, who could really starting to salt things away, which would be impressive. All right, we've got Ross Dunford here in for referee. He's about to throw in the ball, keeping the trains running on time, which we love here at 6 a.m. on Saturdays with a running clock.
Yeah, looks like Connor's got his helmet on anyways.
Oh, that's fantastic. Starting the game off with a helmet, but without someone covering him. So he's really looking like he's going to have some fun. All right, ball's in. That's Daly. Flicks it down to Will Jackson. Jackson over to Foyts. Foyts looks. Hand pass over to a Red Connor Jones. Connor Jones, first shot.
Just wide.
And it's wide. Ball's continuing to play. That's to Foyts. Foyts, strike down the middle. Connor Jones knocks it down. That's Morris. Morris lifts and moves towards the boards. Connor Jones continue to pressure. Ben Bars knocks it back out into play. That's Kenny. Kenny with a reset
Real
and
clean
sends
pickup.
it down right over to Foyts, who's blocked down by Matt Daly, but gets it again. He gets a second chance. That's Derek Hayes looking down, running down the court, takes his shot down the middle, and it is deflected.
They're going to let that
goal.
one go wide and go into the net.
That goal was by Matt Daly.
Paul Anderson.
Ball comes into Hayes. This is Hayes, and looks like over to John Kenny, who's in the back line this game. He takes a long shot from deep. Ball is wide, goes over to Anderson. Anderson looking to flick it, but Jackson knocks it out of bounds. Matt Daly with a sideline cut here, surveying his opportunities. Tries to get over to Connor Jones. Really pressured by Foyts. The two are going at it. Now they knocks Foyts out the ball. That's Daly. Daly, great job soloing on with pressure on him, and he drops it into the back of the net.
Nice shot. Yeah, early on, Red's really bringing the defense here. They're controlling the ball well. They're getting quick balls into hands. They're not being sloppy on the D.
Ball comes off the boards over to Alan Morris, who does a stutter step, and he's really heavily covered. He's their main goal scorer. They really want to get the ball. That's Morris with a challenge for the ball. That's Derek Hayes.
Doesn't know where it is.
Looks like we got a little bit of push in the back. Push in the back. Red free out. Matt Daly, oftentimes the free taker for Red, will of course start the game off with that one, and he'll take a point.
Calm as you'd like. Daly can't quite get down on that one.
Ball down to Morris. He's pushed back now in between, closer to midfield. trying to attack a little farther back. He's got a wide open shot. It's a tough block by Ben Bars, but he's got it. There's a follow by, I believe that's, is that Drellich? No, that's Eli Berg. That's Ben Bars who collects it to his hands, so sends it over to the boards as Connor Jones with a chance. Gets to the hand on first try, tries to hand pass over to Daly. Daly grabs the ball. He kind of drifts back to center field. It's deflected by Fergal Crowley. Connor Jones on the ball. Finds himself up against the wall. He is able to get it to his hand. Tries to run. Oh, I'd say that's it's a bit of a horse collar.
Bit of a horse collar.
You know, that's as good as a goal down that deep if you think about it. If you can draw a
See
foul.
if Daly can put this on.
Matt Daly with the shot.
Just
it's wide. I hear a board. It comes back out.
That's going into the rafters.
Into the old rafters, Dave.
Yeah, you got to watch it in here in Kiva.
All right, Connor Jones looked like he'd like to try a free. We'll see how clear his head is this morning, wouldn't you say?
Well, he's got his helmet on again. I mean,
Great start.
He's starting well. He's been hustling around. That looked a little wide.
Connor with the scoop. Was that a goal or a point?
What?
It looks like they gave him a goal. Someone must have followed him with a goal.
Okay.
Unknown goal. At this time, we'll have to review the clock. It's a hand pass right into the middle, but Ben Bars jumps on top of it. There's Foyt's trying to fight for it. That's Connor Jones who collects it. He races down the sideline. He's looking for a nice pass to
beautiful hands.
Anderson. What
Excellent
a pass!
Hands. Excellent hands.
That's Red really pouring it on.
Soft touch around the
Anderson.
net.
Great hands. All right, ball coming back on by.
Michael Naparella is on the field.
He is here. He's knocked the ball down. Ball trickles into Fergal, who's looking to.
Matt Daly with a great block down.
Hand pass over to Nappy. Nappy tries a ground hurl. But Fergal down on his knees makes a great stop. That's to, I believe, I don't know who that is. Green. That's a tough corner for this broadcaster. That's Alan Morris trying to cut it down. Instead, that's Derek Hayes getting in the way of the ball. Is Morris with another shot. This time again blocked down.
They're not giving Alan anything, but Eli's up there working his butt off. He's trying to get this ball back for him.
It's Johnny Kenny struggling to control, and he does. He hand pass over to Daly. Daly uses his legs to get into his favorite little corner there on the left side. A great follow, but Fergal Crowley's on top of it. The ball scoots across the goal box.
The handbreaker's looking to do something with it here. He does a little hand pass out to Phil Foyts. Phil up into Allen to the corner. Ben Bars comes out of net, just misses the ball.
There's a big
collision there.
Yep.
With Johnny and Allen. And the goal's been averted. Derek's taking his time, looking around.
Got a little
and calm as you'd like over the board.
Good job there, Dodgy, covering the play-by-play as I get the camera back on. In my excitement. All right, ball comes ricocheting off to Hayes. Hayes collects it, sees that he's got plenty of time, and decides to go for a point.
Wide. Derek's really collecting the ball well today. He hasn't had any let him slide by him. He's really controlling it well. One time it's through the hand.
Was a point awarded on that? No, a wide ball or deep? All right. Well, again, was there a point that when I was looking away, it looks like I'm off by one?
I hope it was wide, but it's hard to tell from here.
Well, no, I see they got 14. All right, so here comes the ball down into. Oh, we got a 2-footer there. That's the classic. Rowdy's discovered a niche.
Yeah, he's been practicing that in the off season. It's really paying off for him.
It's got to be an exhausting drill. All right, so ball comes rolling in. Looks like we've got a 65. This time Alan Morris will take it.
Nothing but jump crunches in the basement.
14-0 with 6 minutes gone. 0 points for Green. They're looking to get on the board. A low shot results in nothing. That's John Kenny. Collects and heads down the field. He's got a weak side shot down the middle. Fergal collects it off the ground. Crowley off to an open Alan Morris, who's able to collect it, but he's quickly covered by Daly, who does a great flick. Look at that disruption. Matt Daly headed straight back, looking to score, heads off to the side. That's Naprella. Naprella and Foyts go at it. Foyts steals it. He grabs the ball, hand pass up down the middle. That's Derek Hayes with a great first step. Craig Wagner gives chase. The ball is hit harmlessly into the corner. Fergal Crowley with the clear, but Derek Hayes picks it up and takes his point. 15-0 with 7 minutes gone. This is an amazing start
easy
by
cleanup.
Red. Like I say, an evenly balanced Red is playing defense and offense quite efficiently. Ball ricochets back into the hands of Brian Rowdy Dowling. Dowling hits it down to Kenny. Kenny and Morris are going at it. There's no let up. There's a great arm bar there. Hold back. That's legal and indoor. A hand pass over to Derek, who grabs it out of the air and sends it down to a tough challenge. That's Foyts, who collects, and great hook by Naparella. Ball is collected again by Foyts, who hand passes over to Alan Morris. That's John Kenny from half field. Perfect shot for a point.
Did Green go out drinking as a team last night? What's going on here?
I'm going to check the Instagram later. I know that. All right. Matt Daly with a shot well from behind half field, blocked down by Crowley. Crowley, ball over to Berg. Berg scoops up, looks and does a nice move. Rookie season here. He seems to have picked up the things. Ball over to Jackson. Jackson trying to get on the ball. That's Berg still on the ball, but Daly comes away with it. He's looking for an open man. He finds Paul Anderson, who's found another open man. That's great passing. A ball over to the side. A ground hurl, though. Fergal comes out and disrupts. Crowley and no, I believe that
a little play.
That actually was Rowdy there, but who put that away? Was that
was
Anderson
Paul
again?
Anderson again. He's getting hot today.
He did not go out drinking last night.
I don't think so. He's
ball straight down the middle over to Morris, who wants to turn and get their first point for Green, and gets it.
Well, 19-1. This might go down as the longest shutout here.
Yeah, I'd say.
We're gonna have to save this for a trivia answer someday.
All right, here's the ball down in the corner now. That's Nappy, who collects and finds a angle, but it goes harmlessly wide. Is that Jobo over there working the boards there? I think that's Bodilli. Anderson waiting for the ball to trickle out. He gets it just as he wanted it, but he can't get it to his hand. Keeps moving it forward. They're forward, and the ball is now dangerously in the middle of the goal box. And Rowdy Dowling, the old veteran, finds a way out. Takes a hard shot, and it trickles in.
Sneaks through about 4 defenders there.
That's a hell of a shot by Brian Dowling.
Kept finding holes in bodies there.
Ball sent back in. That's Hayes picks it up and runs across the board. He looks for Jake Martell. And Jake from State Farm hands pass it back to Derek, who trickles it down. A great pass over to Nappy, who's wide open. They're giving him a lot of cushion over there. He knows how to take his points when he can, and he gets one.
Yeah, Green's not playing too tight here. The guys are kind of open, waiting for passes here.
We may be in for the earliest timeout in the history of our indoor league, because Naparelli has a chance at another point, and he's awarded a point.
Just misses the upper 90 on that one,
quick puck out down to the corner. That's a great call by Allen, and a great here by Fergal. Ball down to the Morris, who collects it. He does a weak side shot. It is knocked down. The ball heads over by Craig Wagner, who then sends it down to Anderson. Anderson's on both sides of the field now. Anderson pins it up against the wall, but the ball is just enough movement to keep it going. That's Martell with a hit. It's a bit mishit over to Dowling. Dowling to Morris. Morris trying to collect in the corner, but John Kenny gives chase.
Allen looking
for his
first
into the
goal.
Middle of the field. It looks like we've got Jake Martell and Johnny holding him back, but he knows how to find
it back. And he got to church on time.
Alan Morris with the goal. Ball popped over to Connor Jones, who gets it to his hand, heads to the middle, tries a weak side, and takes his point. Looks like the scoring has spread incredibly across the board on the red. We'll get to that at a break. Here's a flick by Berg over to Morris, who takes a shot, and he's wide. Ball continues over to Jones, who collects it at the line. He's held up by Wagner. Connor Jones with the ball. He reset on the board there. He finds a lot of space.
Joel's making
a run. He again looks for his point, and again he picks up a point. 23-7. 12 minutes gone. Ball knocked down by Naparella, but it's followed with aggression by Dowling. The ball rolls over to 3 Green players. Looks like Berg's got a foot on it, but Red's in there by the name of John Kenny. Kenny tries to get it. He cannot. Alan Morris comes away with it, and he takes it in for a goal.
Nice tight hands on the stick there. Keeps it low.
Yep. Nice puck out to Naparella. You really can't understate how nice.
Great save.
Oh, great save by Fergal, who flicks it up against the wall. That's Jobo,
Ah,
I believe.
pretty handsy over there.
That's Jobo
but...
and Burr going at it. And Naparella comes over, picks the slowly rolling ball away. Oh, great sidestep. And he goes wide, but he follows. That's Fergal who's still on it. He's got the ball in his hand now. Fergal sends it to Wagner. It scoots by and down by Morris. Now Ben Barres comes off his line. It's a wide
one
open
of his
goal.
favorite angles, but
Morris
he can't
got
quite
a good
connect.
Strike on it, but too much pressure. Ball goes over to Jones, who collects it and leaves Jackson wondering what's up. Could not take.
Doesn't like that weak side on that
no,
one.
Did not. That's Fergal Crowley who sends a low ball down into Morris.
Johnny
Johnny says,
waiting.
go ahead. That's fine. Morris picks it off the ground. There's hand pass over to Foyt's. A nice overlap by Rowdy, who looks to take another long distance goal. Instead, a wide ball comes out to Kenny. Kenny collects to his hand. He's got a wide open opportunity.
Did he avoid the rafters?
A point is awarded.
He did.
Is that correct?
Yes.
Kenny. All right, John Kenny with a point.
Oh, great block down here by Paul Anderson, Dowling's right there.
He's really got sure hands today, I can tell you that. It's just a tough assignment with the guys really on point. Here comes Red with a Paul Anderson with a point. Another point. So we've got 25 to 10. Ball struck on the ground. A hard shot over Morris, who's able to collect it. Looks like the ball went a bit wide to the right. Now we've got Joe Bodilli, who wants to clear it, sends it across the goal box to Kenny, who's open. Kenny hits it down into an open space, but there's nobody there but Fergal. Fergal collects. He's got plenty of time to ID someone on his team who might be open. He sends it down, tries to get it to Morris. Instead, it's Kenny who chases it down to the corner. He's held back by Wagner. A hand pass over to Jake. Jake sends it down to Anderson. Anderson just uses his body to get it around there. He's going to round hurl, a great idea to get it to Nappy, but instead it's intercepted by Foyts, and that's Fergal Crowley who sends it down into a scrum. Again, a difficult place to see for this broadcaster. It looks like there's two green and one red. It comes out to Jackson, who's able to send a nice shot from
Alan
deep.
Could
And
find
Morris with the follow,
a nice flick in.
And that's Alan Morris with a goal.
Well, they're starting to get a couple here, but
it's quite a cushion that they gave.
Big cushion.
Yeah, they spotted him quite a. Oh, and then a little toss on the ground there. The ball heads over to Derek Hayes. Hayes collects to his hand. He looks behind, makes sure he's wide open. And a soft pass to Daly. Blocked down by Dowling. He's in the right place at the right time. Ball collected to Daly. He's thinking about going again, but instead a nice pass to Anderson and then to Naparella, who sends it, but a great little save by
corner shot. Excellent
Fergal.
save.
Ball is again a ground hurl. Fergal, this is fast and furious down on that end of the field for sure. Fergal sends it over to
a little push
Craig.
there, but he gets away with that one.
Alan Morris finds his open space. He's got a tough angle, but Ben Barres cuts it down too. Ball trickles to center field as Daly, who's quick of feet, hand pass over. Oh, look at the overlap.
Getting cute out there.
These guys look like they played a little football together, maybe. But then there's Dowling, who timed it just perfectly. Decides
Here
just
comes
to
Derek
kick
again.
it down
Look at
the
this
field.
pickup.
Derek Hayes midfield. He makes a move on
Looking
Jackson.
for Anderson.
Hand pass over to Anderson, who wants
Anderson gets the point.
Another point. 3 goals and 2 points for Anderson so far this half. That's Fergal Crowley with a great little pass down to Morris. They're going to try. He scoops it up against the wall, but that's Jake holding him back. Nice play. Look who's open, wide open. Craig Wagner with a bit of a soft hit and easy save by Ben Barres. He trickles harmlessly to Derek Hayes, who knows how to use all the time in the world, and he'll use it. A flick up into the middle, but it's knocked down by Jackson. Jackson runs down straight down the field. This is Alan Morris. Whew, this broadcaster could use a rest. Could it be a goal? And he gets it. That's Alan Morris with a goal.
I think they told Will not to just go for it. They said, make sure you pass it down Morris there.
All right, so we got Ben Barres sending it down straight down the middle, and that's Nappy with a great step. Blocked back by Daly, who collects it and sends it to a low shot to the goal.
Oh,
Look at the follow by Jobo. Fergal still flicks it out there just in time. It's still not out of there. It's still not out of the danger zone. That's that's Foyts who tries. It looks as though Jobo's got a hold of the stick and is able to slow him down, and a foul is called.
Got hungry for a goal and started playing a little dirty there.
Fergal Crowell
easy block down.
Keep it out of his goal, but the free is a bit harmless. In fact, it could be very harmful. That's Jobo is still looking for the rebound. Can't get it. That's Crowley with a one-handed strike that is effective, and there's a push in the back by Daly. It looks like we're going to have a free out by Green. Rowdy Dowling will be taking this. With only 2 greens up, you'd think maybe Green could send another guy down. Oh, it's a sideline. It must have hit the net, perhaps?
Yep,
All
sideline.
right. After several tries, we do finally have the ball back
There's
into
a little
play.
point.
Alan Morris collects it and sends it in for a point. There's Ben Bars.
Into the
Oh, hitting
nets.
the net. That is a
Hangs his
cardinal sin.
hand ahead on that one.
Cardinal sin. Can't claim he's tired. He hasn't exactly had as much
Hasn't
action
had to work too hard.
as his counterpart at the other end. Here comes Dowling, who flicks it across the field to
Goes over the boards.
That goes over the boards and into the bench.
Nappy's pointing.
Nappy
Like
likes
a
his
true Italian.
idea for a side. Yep. Oh, there he goes. But instead the ball
Good hands for
trickles
Will.
to Will, who has a collared shirt on today, Dodge. What's your thoughts?
You know, it's a bit dressy for my taste, but it works, you know.
Yeah, I think he's pulling it off. All right, that's Ben Bars over to Derek Hayes, who collects it just behind the 13-meter line. He has plenty of time to look. Sends the pass over to Daly. Look at that. Daly. Oh, he wants to go for goal. He could have easily had a point there. He's really putting the pressure on it. It pays off. Mike Naparella puts it into the back of the net.
Great team play.
Fergal Crowley with a low shot. Again, this is working for them. It is getting it up to Morris. Morris collects and
Phil.
Looks for Phil, who's overlapping. A great run.
Bit of a gallop on that catch.
Jake the Snake is holding him back. Now he's into a cul-de-sac of red players, and there's nothing you can do there. It looks as though Daly just wants to advance it before he gets hit by Will, which is always smart. Ball over to Jackson, who does a nice flick over to Alan Morris. Jobo is putting some pressure on. Oh, what a block down by Ben. So there's no goal there. That's Jobo still working back there. He hits it over to Connor Jones, who's back in the game, and he does what he does best, uses his legs to clean up some real estate. He comes to an abrupt stop, tries to reset. That doesn't work.
Connor finds a nice little angle and cuts across the field, but Brian knocks that down.
What's going on here with our camera?
I think that might be off Joe, but let's see if they give it to him or not. Oh, coming back out with red.
Oh, memory is full. All right, well, we do not have a, I might be able to put another stick in there for halftime, but we've lost the table camera, the least important, though. All right. Ball struck down the sideline all the way down, collected by Dowling, who looks and finds it. He circles back, and it's a knockdown by Connor. Alertly hits the ball the way they got it.
A little bit of a butt check there.
Powerful legs up front now. It's Connor and
Great
Kenny
kick
and
pass,
Jones,
but once it goes to Connor.
He is not collecting well. He has to use all that real estate to bring it back just to get the ball. But a great hand pass to Hayes, and it does result in a point.
Well, they moved Johnny up front
right into the back
here
of
for
Jobo.
a while. See how that works out.
You
got Jake and Derek back there on Allen and Eli.
Yep. That's a nice little pass over to Jackson, who's going to solo and take a strong strike from midfield. It's blocked off by Bars. That's Jake. Nice hands it right back to Will. Will's going to have another chance.
Oh, excellent shovel
great
pass.
Hand pass over. We're going to call it a Johnny pass, although it covered quite a lot
low
of real
shot
estate.
by Eli almost finds it.
The foot of stone there stops it. That ball heads over to Kenny. Kenny's going to look for a shot. Hits it right into Rowdy, which is never
possible
fun.
Contusion.
Foyt's off to Alan Morse, who's got probably his best opportunity of the game here.
Yeah, Jake's holding him up here.
Stood up though. Berg circling
tight
in
to
a
the
wide
boards.
open space here. Morris finds him. Let's see if Eli can one-handed shot, a little tennis shot there.
Yeah, the old one-hander, sure.
Ben Bars, you really have a lot less sting on it. Ben looking for a point instead.
That basketball hoop got her into the rafters.
30-17 with just under 4 minutes to go in the first half. Foyt
dropped into the corner.
Space wise, and look at the
cute little pass into the net.
Morris using technique over power, and it pays off big time. That's Ben Bars now going to hit it straight down the middle.
At this point, I think that might be all he's got going for him. He looks exhausted.
Oh man, he's been playing a while, and they need him out there. That's Rowdy pops it into the
going for the
goal.
double.
It's Allen looking for a one-time instead. Ben Bars holds him up, stands his ground. He's laying on his side. Alan Morris does come up with it. He knows he's got to shoot.
There it is.
Does. Gets
pulls away from the boards and finds the back corner.
That's right. He's certainly the highest scorer of the game with 20 of the 23 points scored by Green so far. This is Daly who collects. Hand pass to an overlapping Connor. Again with the bad hands. The ball trickles in with Fergal, but Connor stays with it. He's definitely got hustle today. Just the softness of the hands. Maybe they'll come out later. Here comes Jones trying to cut across. He's got it.
Oh,
great save by
kick
Fergal.
save there.
Connor with
Looking
an unlucky.
backwards on that one.
He had a great open shot at it. And, look
Good
at
hands
Jake
by Eli
stands him
here.
up. Oh, that's a foul, but and the foul is given. Free in.
Oh, with 2:30 left, Green has managed to pull the game at least to a manageable comeback.
7 points is nothing in indoor, as long as you stick with it. And if anybody can steer him back, it'd be the team of Phil Foyts and Alan Morris. Alan Morris, great! Oh, getting a stick on it, but instead it's in on a free.
Put that body high. They almost had the block down.
Ben Barr's over to nobody, actually. Dowling knocks it down to Foyts. Foyts holding his ground.
Got a pretty good hand around the waist on that one.
I'd say, but Foyts was not exactly letting him go. That's Johnny with a shot that goes just wide. This is a wide open Daly. You know he's going to shoot it with a purpose. That's great hustle. That's going to pay off, I think, because Foyts is able to stop Daly, who passes it back to Nappy, who hits it off the post. You don't see that in indoor too often.
That's a tough ricochet.
Ball, the two fight well and head to the ground. Boy, a clean game so far. A hand pass over to...
See if Dowling can turn this down the field here.
He's got it down the field. That's Nappy giving chase. He is able to hold him back. That ball is knocked down. Another great hook by Nappy. Leaves Dowling with one choice, and that is a ground hurl over to Morris. Morris now right in front of this booth. Heads down the field. He's held back by Kenny. Kenny Morris. Morris wins that battle and puts it in for a goal.
Johnny using his body and the boards to slow down Morris, but Morris manages to find a hole. And
the puck out dribbles over to Fergal Crowley after it's knocked down. That's over to Jackson, who looks for a point and gets it.
From deep downtown, long distance.
Phil Jackson subbing in for Marcus Kennedy. Helps with a point here. That's, a knockdown for... Anderson looking for another point. Another knockdown. That's Phil Foyts. I believe he holds the record for consecutive knockdowns.
He sure does.
Those are quick. Another flick there. Looks like the two are going at it, and they're allowed to kind of jostle for position. A great decision to hit it just into space. There's nobody there for Kenny, who wants to just strike it as hard as he can. He does. He sends it in, but it's blocked down by Fergal. That's Daly, who stands him up, and that's Green, who will backhand it over to Johnny Kenny, who's able to get it. 17 seconds. There's almost no time left. With 15 seconds, Foyt's hand passes down to Berg. He may have the last shot of the game. This is 10 seconds. He wants to get it over to Morris. This is trouble. This is Ben Barrs who flips it up. 4 seconds. 3 seconds. Here he goes. He wants a shot. It's blocked down. It may be the end of the half, and it is 30-30. That's impossible. Looks like we have a scoreboard issue here. Unless they did storm back for 7. Let me see. It is 30-30. How did that happen, Dodge?
You lost me on that one. I don't know. I'm not good with the math. 30-30. Yeah, Red must have gotten pretty tired. Brady's calling it from the sidelines here.
All right. Let's do the halftime stats here as I have it. Alan Morris, well, first of all, the score is 30-30. Red, 6 goals and 12 points. Green, 9 goals and 3 points. The high score for Red would be Anderson, 3-2.
Yeah, Paul's going to need another second half, so it's going to have to be strong as well.
We got Alan Morris with 3-2, which would mean has scored 26 of the 30 points. The only other scores for Green being Will Jackson with that nice long point. And Brian Dowling, if you recall, it may have been the first goal of the game.
Yep, he had the first goal of the game.
Shot. All right, it's 6:26. Looks like they're going to give it about 4 minutes before. What are your thoughts, Dave, about how the two teams have matched up? Any surprises?
I was certainly surprised by the shutout there. That lasted quite a while. It was unbelievable. And then, how did they come back? I'm still confused.
It seemed as though there was
that Alan Morris push.
I think the first, maybe half the game, 12 and a half minutes, really were Reds half the game.
Yep.
Then we had some consistent play, but I'd say probably in the last 4 or 5 minutes, basically it was all green, and they worked their way back. Goals, I mean, obviously goals were a big part of it. I also point out if Allen can keep up this pace, he'll absolutely crush the single game goal record.
He's got to get past 16.
He
can do it.
Yep. He another
But if
interesting
Paul Anderson
observation.
keeps up his pace, he might also top
Right.
the 16. Who knows?
Well, Red, let me tell you this, Dodge. Red's got 10 players, and I'm going to read off the people who have not scored yet. It's a shorter list. The only people who have not scored yet are Ben Bars, the goalie, Joe
He's busy
Bodilli, who
back
we
there.
saw had quite a shot, Martel, who's primarily fullback. I'm sorry, I did not see Mike Stapleton here. It looks like he's missed another game. So actually, out of the 9 players that are here for Red, we're talking only 3, including the goalie, who have not yet scored. That's a well spread out team. I think if they continue that teamwork, it's going to pay off. Green can't possibly expect Alan Morris to go 8-2 again for another half, or can they?
Yep. Well, Green's playing short here. Their benches, I think they've only got the 1 sub, and they've got Will Jackson playing out there in a polo, so you know he's hot.
Yep.
But Red's got a full bench, a lot of passing going on, so it'll be interesting second half to see who can keep the steam moving forward here.
Yeah, I really wonder.
Both teams are tired.
Yeah, that's for sure.
I gotta say, Ross isn't doing too bad of a job out there. Alan Morris isn't complaining too much, and neither are any of the other players.
Looks like the players are ready to get going again for the second half. Ross Dunford running a tight ship. We always like to see that. Not sure why we're having trouble with this camera here, but maybe we can take a look at it midway through the game or something. All right, second half is about to
backing
begin.
them up here.
It's 30-30. We got a new ball game. It's a 25-minute start. Let's see what happens. Red now. Ball collected, though, by Foyt. It's a great hand pass over to Morris, who's left open just long enough for him to get the ball, but not long enough to get a shot off. Morris collects. He's got 3 men on him. A hand pass into a bit of an open
Jake
space.
didn't attack
Berg
that ball
looking
there.
for a shot. Bars keeps his feet, and then a ball over to Kenny, who sends it down into the corner. That's Fergal Crowley, who chases the ball and then trickles over to Foyt's hand pass over to Morris, who's wide open. He's been given a lot of cushion. I think they're going to see a lot of open shots from a little deeper, and Alan Morris with a goal. Foyt's hand pass over to Dowling, who turns and shoots. It's knocked down by Bars. It's collected by Martel, who heads over to Jackson. Daly tries to collect the ball. He is able to stay with it on the ground. I'm expecting a shoulder here. Instead, Daly just gets away, and he drops the ball in for a goal.
Nice tight corner shot.
You know, Matt Daly, a team that's usually who the team's relying on, only had 1 goal, 1 point last half.
Probably saving it for second half.
I'd say that also demonstrates teamwork. The team really worked together to each kind of spread the scoring out. Ball trickles over to Morris. Ball heads over to Dowling, who tries to get it over to Morris. He can't because Kenny's on him, and that's also Paul Anderson
there for the defense.
Red really battling for the ball here, but instead, Rowdy Dowling, who just never lays off. And that's Foyt, who's going to take the shot. A trickle over to Bars, who's elects to flick it back, and it works. Hand pass over to Derek, who's unchallenged. Sends it down the boards to Paul Anderson, who's really using his feet well to get down. He wants more points. Instead, a ground hurl to Crowley in the goal, who sends it back down to a wide open Berg. No, not so open. Jake is attacking him. He's just got to get that strike. Berg uses his back to gain position. Alan Morris comes over to help, then back over to Berg, who's going to try and strike it off the ground. It trickles over to Bars, who's able to clear it over to Hayes. Hayes does a roll lift, has plenty of time to check out things, calls for Nappy, sends over
Phil's
to
there,
Nappy,
though.
but it's Foyts who comes away with it. Foyts over to Morris, the ball trickles back over to...
See if Daly can burn Jackson here.
Daly grabs it. He sees Johnny overlapping. Is there enough time after the
shovel
delay?
with a
There's
Dowling
not.
interruption.
He did not see him in time. That's Dowling who uses his legs. Great solo. Takes a shot. It's knocked down by Bars. That's over to Martel. Scoop and a flick into the net.
Into the nets.
Hey, I'll grab that.
Bill's on ball duty right now, grabbing a loose ball that went over the boards. Gonna have a sideline cut here. See if Will can make some clean contact. Goes into Daly, and Daly drops it into the 5-hole. Fergal looking for his favorite man, but he finds Phil instead. That was Daly.
Daly with the goal?
Correct. Eli and Allen working together up there in the corner, and Allen gets the ball, finds Jake, holds him up, and it looks like they're going to get that foul there, so Allen's bringing it back to the line for a shot. Puts it well wide. And strikes off the ground wide again.
(36-33). 4 minutes gone.
Johnny finds a possible open Naparella.
All right, this is
Fergal makes a great play
down the field. That's Foyce giving chase. He's got plenty of time to collect. He does. Ball hit over to Berg, who's able to get a stick on it, but over his head. That's Martel who collects it in his hands. Quick hit over to Johnny Kenny,
pass.
Wide over middle of the field, and
Takes
that's
his
Kenny
point.
with the goal. Point, I'm sorry. Ball flicked over to Hayes. Hayes is able to collect it by the boards.
Allen's playing some defense.
Hand pass over to Kenny, who goes again for a point. He's really gobbling up those points now. It's Fergal Crowley who works his way back into the goal box.
Derek.
Puck out goes to Hayes. Hayes runs, looks behind him. A ball right into the goal. Derek Hayes with a big shot.
Looks for the catch with the hand, but
did I see Fergal go after it with his hand?
Bit of a miss on that one.
Oh boy. So we got Morris trying to collect it. It flicks off his stick and into the net. Now it's that tie game we had 6 minutes ago, David, is now an 8-point lead for Red. Connor Jones with a ground hurl down to Daly. Fergal's the only guy who can stop him. He does. He gets it in just in time. Tries to work his way around the net.
Possible own goal.
Flick, look at.
But they're gonna play on. They're gonna play on.
There's no goal.
There was some question of whether it had crossed the line on that play or not.
We have no back judge.
But now they're gonna have to play on here.
I can tell you we won't be able to know whose line it is.
That's
Look
true.
At that little cam I got.
See if it got all the way over.
All right, you being honest there, Will, or not? We're gonna find out. All right, ball comes rolling down the court to Bars. I'm sorry.
Connor loses it.
Connor struggles to get it. He's got it. Boy, look at the speed with Jones cutting across the field. But look at the speed of Craig.
Wagner keeps up.
Shit.
Knee's not looking good on that play.
Oh boy. That is not a good sign at all.
Yeah, he definitely pulled up hard on that one. Not a healthy play, unfortunately.
That has been hassling him since last July.
Oofta.
Not a good sign for Red. I have to believe he's out for the game. He's probably not going to be testing that anymore. It would be foolish. Flick down to Nappy, who collects it, but then a great catch by Will Jackson, who comes down the line.
Showing some speed on that play.
Takes the shot. It goes off the boards. Trickles down.
Will's got it again. Can he do something with it?
Yep.
He
tries for his foot. He's unable to grab it. That's John
Center of gravity got the best of him on that play.
By Dowling. Oh, that's Johnny Kenny.
Got to get down on that.
Oh yeah, that's ball goes to Daly, who hits it into the goal. It trickles out to Dowling. Who
Good
hits
little
it
hook
over
by
to,
Nappy.
Phil
with a great hand pass.
Phil with a great hand pass. It's Jake
Morris burned Jake.
Morris grabs the ball.
Jake's holding him up.
Shot, and it's
what
between
a
the legs
low
of Ben
shot.
Bars. He picks up that hard shot, just tough to get on top of. Then the ball heads over to Jackson, who hand passes over to Foyts. And the ball is then hit over to Bars, who hits it back to
Joel with this one.
Yeah, and then the ball is hit over to Jackson, who is knocked down by Jake, and Jake hits it into the crowd. It's Daly who comes out with it. Daly collects it and puts it into his hand, who then looks and flicks it over the bar for a point. Ball is hit onto the ground over to Daly, who then collects and hits it off the ground. That is Rowdy, who's able to get it to his hand. He comes up with it, but it looks like Nappy tried to hook him. The ball comes over to Daly. Daly with a strong strike on the ground, but it's blocked away. It's Anderson who collects it. He's got an open shot, but instead it's wide, but it goes into the goal. That's Paul Anderson.
Found a ricochet off the boards, off the body, into the net.
Game is now a 12-point difference. Red has...
Great play by Wagner on the ground there.
They are all over Morris, who can't put it into the net. Instead, it goes wide over to Foyts, who's got a ball. He's great blocked down by Ben Bars. Ben Bars, who collects and hits it into.
I think Ben closed his eyes on that one, but still managed to save it.
He has a seam. He's got his legs moving, and it's deflected over to Crowley. Crowley collects and strikes it back down the middle of the field. It's Ben Bars
into the
netting.
Hits
it into the net.
Oh, Reds managed to stretch their lead again.
Yep. Ball over to Daly, who looks like Ross is calling
Allen's
for a 60.
A little frustrated. He wanted to play fast on that
65.
one.
Looks like it must have
they're
gone
going
off
back
red.
to the 65.
I'm going to go get a report on Connor. You keep it going. Hey, keep the stats here too, all right?
Sounds good. Got Phil Foyts taking the ball, picking up. And just wide. Great little flick out by Bodley. That's over for a point. See what we got here. Craig Wagner's trying to fight here, but Daly's there to get into the mix. Clean lift by Daly out to Nappy, into the corner for Fergal to pick up. Fergal's having a little bit of trouble down there. Finds Phil. Phil's playing stickless. Gets a great kick up to Brian. Brian's on the boards against Paul Anderson with a hook by Nappy. Assist. Gets the ref. Ref errantly blows the whistle because he's upset, apparently. Ref is calling himself a little bit of a distraction, so he's gonna do a roll in here. Neither player can get a clean lift. Brian Dowling looking for Alan Morris. Alan Morris was thinking a different play in his head there, drew that up differently and goes the opposite direction. Finds just over the bar on that one. Matt Daly's directing traffic back there, trying to get the D squared up, while Nappy collects on the top end here and gets handled by Phil. Gonna have a free in by Nappy. The Italian Stallion gets blocked down by Will Jackson. Ryan Dowling up to Wagner. Wagner mishandles it. Tries to control it, can't quite. Allen's on defense here. A little flick back to Derek. Derek up to Nappy, and with Phil playing some great defense. Little bounce pass up to to Allen. Allen over the board for another point.
All right, so sideline report.
What'd you find over there on the sidelines?
He's had this nagging knee injury that has been around since last June or July. He's out for the game, and we'll have to get it checked out. Here comes Kenny, a ball into
off the
Anderson,
uprights, but stays in bounds.
Here comes the ball into Dowling, who flicks it over to Morris, who is able to get it and head towards the center of the field.
Oh, it finds the upper post and ricochets
Morris
in.
with a goal.
I think that might be the
6-point game. Plenty of.
There's been about 4 shots now that have hit the posts, and that's the first one that managed to wiggle its way into the net.
This one, the post game. Oh, Will Jackson just in time to save a goal. He steps up on it, but now it's Paul Anderson with a scoop lift pass. Starts the attack with John Kenny, who's able to lift it over the bar. Puck out to Morris.
Derek playing a lot of pressure in the back.
Gets great body position. All right, so we got a call, probably some kind of a
neither player likes the call. Derek gets held up. Allen pulls back, and Derek wins the battle there via the ref.
Ross the Boss Dunford will decide what's going to happen. It was a free in.
Giving him the point.
And a point is awarded to Hayes. Ball flick over to, is this Foyts? Foyts, yep. Distinctive shot there. Heads over to Berg.
Genuflect.
The Johnny Genuflect.
Here it comes. Get low.
Oh, we thought for sure we'd see it. That's Berg with a bit of a chop down. It's Morris who collects it to his hand and sees Foyts wide open in the middle. But Derek Hayes makes a great stop. And then over to Ben Bars, who's going to ground hurl the ball down into Foyts, who's trying to get to the ball, but that's Jobo causing trouble. It's Rowdy looking for Morris, and
interrupted by Anderson.
Paul Anderson sees it coming and knocks it down. That's Johnny Kenny, who collects to the hand, and Kenny down to an awaiting Foyts, who sends it to Morris. Here comes Bars and Morris. They're going to meet in the corner.
Oh,
a goal
little
by
kick
Morris.
in. Thought maybe Eli was going to get the last touch on that one, but it was already going in the net.
5-point game now with 10 minutes 48 seconds to go. It's Will Jackson.
Keep it in.
Gets a good step and is able to collect it all.
They need to talk.
Yep, and that's blocked down by Derek Hayes. He's doing a great job on Morris, as good as can be. And he's definitely giving him trouble, and no help by Red. That's Jackson who collects it, strikes it straight into a crowd and into the net. I'm not sure who they're going to say it went off of.
Well, with 10 minutes left and 5 points in it, it looks like it might come down to who's got the better goalie today.
There you go. There you go. No pressure, guys. All right, so that ball is scooped up by Morris, who sends it in, and it's knocked away by Jake, who there is a challenge by Kenny, collects and sends it into Bodilli.
Great pass.
Collects it into
Excellent
his hand.
pickup.
He's trying to work his way past that line, but it's great defense by Foyce, that
little
is.
hand
it's,
pass, not quite. It's tough to get around Will Jackson.
And there comes a shot by Jackson into Ben Bars. That's Dowling who collects and hand passes it
quick
back over to.
Are they gonna give it to him?
Oh man, I'm gonna start wearing a polo if he scores any more points this game. I tell you, that's
giving him it. They're giving him the point.
All right, ball flicked over to Daly, who knocks it down and surveys. Heads down to Jobo. Jobo's got a stick on it. Tries to collect
beat
it.
Phil?
He just can't get it to his hand. Phil Foyts grabs it, takes off, sends it down to Morris. This is Morris and Martell going at it. Martell's a call on Morris for being a bit too
Jake
good.
wants the no call, but you got to be careful there.
Yep.
Especially up near the boards.
Within one. Let's see if Morris can put it in the back of the net. It's blocked down and followed by
Eli.
Berg with the goal.
Excellent stick save. Unfortunately, it took way too much off, and Ben loses his stick.
John Kenny turns and quickly.
Great follow-up by Eli on that last one.
I tell you, that gives you an idea how hard those balls are coming in, and hit a stick right out of his hands. Ben Bars, round hurl over to Kenny. Berg looking for some more points with the one-handed swing.
Really likes that one-handed swing. Uses his neck to catch the ball.
Eli, if you're watching using two hands, you'll get a lot more power. So try and use that habit as soon as you can. You're going to come out a lot better. This is Morris with the hand pass over to an open Foyts. Can't pull it down. Instead, the ball is flicked over to Kenny. Kenny gets it to his hands. He surveys and looks to a space.
Tried to play that up to Anderson slash the space, but Anderson wasn't quite ready for it.
It's Phil
Genuine
who
flag pickup.
gets it to the Johnny Genuflect. Johnny heads it back over to Voice. He's going to
Bounce passes
choose
are
to
on
put it into
today.
a more advantageous shooting position. That's Rowdy who sends it in. It's blocked down. Dowling to the hand. Looks across the field. He really wants
Dowling
Voice,
should
but
get his points here if he can find
instead
him.
he flicks
Eli.
it to Berg he uses two hands, but swings and misses as Ben Bars
Still hustling,
looking to
fighting
get it.
hard
Yeah,
in the
he doesn't
corner.
want to give up. That's Ben Bars who tries to get it down, and Berg's, that's Red. That's John Kenny who gets it. The Johnny
Shovel pass is not
way
happening
out to
on
the
that
ball.
play.
Looks to hand pass it, almost the first hand pass into the Raptors. Instead, it's Anderson finds Nappy, who should know what to do with it.
Could have opened up the game a little bit more on that one, but instead just 1 point.
All right, we're coming in with subs now. John Kenny coming off, Derek Hayes coming on. Ball flicked over to Hayes. He's got wide open space. He looks for a central location in the
Nice
field,
little
finds
point.
it, and grabs his point.
Allen really wanted the ball up there, but Fergal opted for Eli on this play, which
down in by Bars. Jake
got some pressure
collects
there.
it, sends it over to Hayes, who's looking and makes a nice little move on Jackson. The ball knocked off Jackson's body, but
Possible butt block
Anderson
down.
grabs it. Anderson with the grab. He's really
great
nice
reset. Amazing.
Where'd he learn that, Dave Dodge? There's a side shot goes wide.
Just
ball
wide.
Goes over to Nappy, who's trying to get past Foyts. He makes a jump stop, comes back.
Good hand pass.
To an open Daly. Daly gets to his strong side
and finds a low shot. Fergal just can't get to his knees fast enough.
Sends it on the ground past Fergal. Ball flicked out into a corner where Ben Bars gets a stick on it. The ball comes over to Daly.
I don't know.
There's a weak side to Nappy. He sees Anderson, but the pass wasn't an option. Instead, the ball is blocked down by Crowley and sends it out to Dowling.
Dowling on a sprint.
But look at Nappy. He wants the hook. This is the second time his pursuit has paid off. That's Ben Bars. Hits it straight into the air.
Give him a rafter.
You're going to take it back to the 13-meter line quickly. Red's got to turn around. Alan Morris can take this anytime he wants. Here he comes. He wants three. It's blocked down by Bars, but it's
has a rebound opportunity here. Can he stay on? He does.
You always in basketball, you always cover the free throw shooter. Nobody did that in that one, and it paid.
Too busy covering the line.
Goal by Morris makes it a 4-point game. There was a whistle.
Errant whistle. I think he's calling a not beyond the line pass of some kind, but possibly confused.
Or like you say, it could just be errant whistle. It's a.
I think he just wanted to have a quick talk with Allen.
High focus game. Ross is actually reffing a good game. We've got a timeout.
Timeout
by Green.
You know, they happen so quick, it's hard to tell sometimes.
Yeah, I believe it's Green that took a timeout with 5 minutes left. I don't know what the stoppage was and if that was actually a legal timeout. Maybe Red's saying, we'll take one, you know. So far, the game started off with a heavy lead by Red.
That's been cut away.
Halftime kind of righted the ship.
All tied up, and the game is still close. It's anyone's match still.
Absolutely, 56-52. You never know. So what do you think the Daly's telling his team over there in the red corner?
Yeah, I think he's saying the sun's coming up out here. The light's starting to change inside of Kiva. Keep your eye on the ball. Quick one-timers. Let's keep that passing going, and let's get some orchestrate some goals here. On the other hand, Alan Morris is probably just saying, you're all playing like crap. Pass me the ball and we'll win this game.
Let's get out there and do it. Exactly. Daly with a flick into space. That's
Great hands,
Jackson
Will.
Comes rushing in and grabs it. Hand pass over to Morris, who's about to
getting tied up with Derek.
That's Derek, who's not giving it to him easy. That's 4 red on Morris. 4 red on Morris. What's the call here?
Well, sometimes that's the only way to stop them. Bodies, bodies, bodies.
There's There's only 6 guys out there. One of them's a goalie. 4 of them on Morris. I gotta think somebody was open on that. Let's see if they chase down the shooter after he takes the swing here. Shot blocked down by Bars. That's collected by Daly, who's looking for a wide open
Green's
Johnny
got to be
Kenny.
careful here. They're
Johnny
getting
Kenny running. Oh, nice
getting some open backfield.
Nice little run by Kenny. He's can't be. Oh, but it's hooked. Who got back there? Was that Foyce who got a chance?
Phil got in there with the great hook. Slowed that play down.
That's Kenny unable to get a strong strike, and the ball hits to
blocked down at the front, but Dowling handles it with ease.
Dowling with the ball over to Morris, who's going to
tight on the boards.
Pins up the board. That's Derek Hayes, who's going to look and find. Oh, great pass to Kenny.
Johnny
just going to take
takes his point. Is it awarded?
Point is awarded.
Given. The spectators are starting to stream in here to Kiva, Michael Stats Field, where the players play.
Huge crowd of people that love the last 4 minutes of this game. They're always here for those last 4 minutes. Here comes Naparelli, who scoots it up.
Oh, Will Jackson holding him up. Nappy resets his run. And Johnny, calm as you like again.
I'll tell you, that's his 6th point on the half. He's has 7 points in the game.
Sometimes you just need those chip-in points just to stay ahead, especially late in the game here.
6-point game with 3 minutes to go. That's Daly, who hand passes over another open Johnny Kenny. Johnny Kenny, I think he's probably going to take his point here, make him pay.
Let's see if Allen can get back up here. He's looking a little tired after that last play. Took a lot off him.
Now the puck out goes to Daly, who's also looking for a low shot. Instead, it goes off the boards. Naparella gives chase. That's Fergal, who can't collect it. That's Jackson, who's able to get it over to Foyce, who flicks it over to an open Dowling. 2 minutes, 45 seconds to go. A shot into the goal area.
There's only a few
Berg.
minutes left here. Green's got to start thinking about pulling Will high or Dowling high, and they get Dowling up there.
That's right. The ball is collected by Morris.
Will's pushing
over to
forward
Jackson,
two now.
Jackson has Daly, who thinks he has a step on him. But
Allen's got to be ready to play some D because they're loose.
Jackson with the
Jackson
shot,
gets his point. Well, as a sub today, Jackson's really helping Green out.
59-53, that's Jackson who will take the easy puck out, but it's blocked down by Ben Bars.
Low shot, Eli looking to pick up some scraps.
Handed off to Bars, who hand passes over to Derek Hayes. That's Alan Morris, who's going to weak side.
Finds it over the
and
point.
A point is awarded to Allen.
Just 5 points in
with a
it.
Flick over to the corner. That's Naparella, who collects it in his
Nappy
hands.
creates some separation here.
Running to an open
Possibly
spot,
finds it nice and low into the net.
Great shot by Naparella. First goal of the half. Ball over to Rowdy, who sends it down into space.
Allen, scrappy as you can be, finds it, gets it in there. Wonderful play.
Goal just on the half. 14th of the game. He is gassed.
He's gassed, but he still wants it. He's going for every play. And we've got a possible timeout.
Somebody took a timeout here.
Looks like Red's taking their timeout now.
All right, minute 24.
Getting calm. It's resetting the ship here.
Minute 24, Dave. For those of you used to our broadcast, wondering where's the table cam, looks like we're having some technical difficulties on that. So we'll see your pretty face, David, for a while. I'm sorry. What can we do?
Neither of us did our hair this morning, so it's not a big deal. Not a loss.
Not a loss. Instead, we'll just stare out at the field as the two teams go over their last minute 24 strategy. A 5-point game. Do you think Green has the opportunity to come back?
I sure do. They're pulling Will up high here. That's going to help him out, get a couple of extra scrappers. Another scrappy player up top there.
What we're going to find out in the next minute 24 is, was it wise for Red to just hold back and drop points in?
No, they're pulling Phil to the middle, and that's pushing Eli and Rowdy to the back.
There's really no follow there. Instead, the ball scoots over to Fergal Crowley, who's going to use his legs and rush over, but Anderson there to collect the ball.
Fergal comes out, makes a great play.
Red. It's a scramble again for the ball. It's
Fergal
Johnny
did some
Kenny
yoga there
again.
on the
He
boards.
is stood up by Will Jackson. He
High
cannot get rid
hand
of it.
pass to
The
himself.
big man can't collect it, though. It's now Daly with a great shot, but
Great
knocked down.
block.
That could have been game-saving for
Minute
sure.
to
I
go
don't know.
here. Can they find some
60
passes
seconds.
to get themselves back into this
No,
game?
that's Berg. Berg chasing down the field. That's Daly fighting back.
Does
Looks
well
like,
to control it until Daly showed
the two
up.
players are intent. Look, they just want to make a wall.
Johnny
They just want to hold
Derek
back
need
the
to slow
points.
this
No
play
goals
down.
is what Green's. That's Derek
Allen
Hayes.
looking for the
Johnny
possible
giving some
game
cushion.
saver.
A shot down the middle.
Finds the
into
corner.
The goal.
Is there enough time?
It's only a
2-point game
two-point
here
game
with the block
23
down.
seconds. The
Going
ball's
up
back
to
over.
Will.
Will Jackson, a wide open
Possible
Allen
goal!
ball.
Blocked out by Derek.
Johnny Kenny sends it down into the corner now.
An
There's only
amazing
13
last
seconds left. This could be the last chance to load for Green. If they can get the ball up, they've got a chance instead. Nebrelli gets a
stick
hold of it.
goes
6
flying.
seconds left. Now it's Green with the one-shot chance. Ball
Into the
heads
boards
into the
with 3
corner.
seconds. Can
62,
he grab the
63.
ball?
Benmars takes a chance, and
Wow.
it's 62 to 60.
Unreal
Final
game.
score. Beautiful game. Red gets their first win, 62-60. Standings today have now been adjusted a bit here. Blue is still at 3-1. Green
Jake from
3-2.
State Farm's happy. He's got his arms
Green
in the
now
air.
drops to 1-3. Red has its first win, 1-2. The Gladiators shake and congratulate themselves on a hell of a game. What were your final thoughts there, Dave?
Well, with few subs, Green managed to keep that game close. If you had told me it was going to be that close at the beginning of the match, or even at half for that matter, my goodness, they did a great job to come back from that early deficit. Wild opportunity there with seconds ticking down. Had the opportunity to win the match. Amazing block down by Derek Hayes.
The man played well. We're going to have to work through a man of the match discussion. Obviously, Green had pulled it out and given it to Morris. Typically, man of the match goes to a winning guy.
Yeah, a lot of great defense by Johnny on Allen early on. I mean,
we'll have to confer with Dunford, but I think
Maroon
in the running are Johnny Kenny and Paul Anderson.
Matt Daly.
Two high-end players. Matt Daly really kept his team together in a
It's
fantastic
difficult
way.
to pick a man of the match for Maroon right now because they all played so well together today. A lot of amazing hand passing and just all around great team play. A lot of great defense.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? I never did ask a past blue ribbon trivia question.
Well, it's never too late.
All right. Let me ask you, David, what 6 players are playing in the first ever indoor hurling league this year? What are the 6 players who joined the league this year? Can you come up
this
with
league.
this year?
I'd say we got Eli, possibly Tamas, Mark, and what am I at? 3, 4?
You're at 3.
3.
Yep.
Who else do we got here?
You got 3
we got
more.
Column.
You got Colin O'Reilly.
And if you count Shane, that may or may not count.
I counted Shane.
And
he's a journeyman. One other new guy.
One more new guy. Who am I missing? Can you give me a team color hint?
He's on Team Gray.
He's on Team Gray. Somebody new on Team Gray. Scratching my head. It's not Bill Jones.
Similar last name.
It's Liam
Jones. That's right. Well done, David Dodge. Thank you
Tough
again to
last
our
minute
sponsor,
trivia.
Pabst Blue Ribbon, for that wonderful trivia question. Parting thoughts. I think we had a great game today, David.
Great game. The youth are out here taking the field.
I enjoyed it, partner. This is the Hailstone Broadcast Network signing off. With Bill Jones is David Dodge. Have a good morning, everybody.
Hi, I'm here with Paul Anderson, man of the match. Paul, you had a great game today. What'd you do last night? Commune with the Buddha? You're just cool as a cucumber out there.
No, I just got a full night's sleep. Woke up, ready to go.
There you go. Secret of the game is a full night's sleep.
Yeah, it's
Wake
the first
up,
full
you're
night.
ready to go.
First Hurling match game where I fell asleep before midnight. So it's shocking what actual good sleep will do.
Excellent. Anything else you got to say about the game today?
No, I just got lucky on a lot of bounces.
Luck. There's a lot of skill out there as well.
The team put a lot of ones, and I just cleaned up hard work from everyone else.
Oh, great game, great day, excellent goals. What's he gonna have for breakfast?
The early bird with hash browns
bird.
and ovaries.
There
Chop
you
it
go.
up, put it together.